Today's topic, it really hits close to home for a lot of vehicle owners. Navigating accident claims. Specifically, we're tackling diminished value and total loss settlements. It can get pretty confusing.
Absolutely. And our mission today isn't just, definitions. We want to give you those strategic insights, the critical eligibility conditions you really need.
Right, to protect yourself financially.
Yeah.
Turn a stressful situation into something more manageable.
Exactly. Being prepared.
So people hear diminished value, total loss. They might think they get it, but those subtle differences, they can really cost you, can't they?
Oh, definitely. That's the perfect place to start. Let's unpack diminished value, or DV, first.
Okay.
This is that hidden financial hit. So even after your car gets, perfectly repaired post-accident.
That was repairs.
Flawless, yeah. But it can still lose a big chunk of its market value, maybe 15%, maybe 25%, just because it now has that accident history on its record.
So potential buyers see that damage report.
And they just won't pay as much. Now, there are a few types, but the main one, the inherent loss, just from having that history, that's usually what you're fighting for in a claim.
Okay, inherent loss and total loss. That sounds more final.
It is. Total loss is when basically your vehicle is just uneconomical to repair. Meaning the repair costs are getting close to or maybe even higher than its actual cash value, the ACV, right before the accident happened.
Gotcha.
At that point, the insurer says, okay, it's totaled, and they offer you a settlement based on that pre-accident value.
Right, so knowing what they are is step one. But the next big thing for you listening is navigating eligibility. How do you even qualify? For diminished value, what's the absolute first hurdle?
Okay, the big one for DV claims, and this catches people out, you generally must not be at fault for the accident.
Not at fault. Okay.
This lets you go after the other driver's insurance, what we call a third-party claim. Trying to claim DV from your own insurance, a first-party claim. Incredibly rare. Most standard policies just don't cover it.
Wow, that's critical. So what about state laws? I mean, if I'm in, say, New York, am I just out of luck for DV even if the other guy hit me?
Well, not necessarily out of luck, but state laws make a huge difference. They vary wildly.
Like how?
Some states, like Georgia and North Carolina, they're known to be more favorable towards DV claims. Others, maybe New York, Michigan, like you mentioned, they might restrict first-party claims or make third-party claims tougher. You absolutely have to know your state's rules.
Okay, state rules. What else?
Proof. You need solid proof of loss. This isn't just feeling your car is worth less.
Right.
It means getting a professional appraisal, someone who compares the value before the accident and after the repairs. And you need backup, repair records, vehicle history reports.
Okay, documented proof.
Yeah.
And does the car itself matter? Like
Okay.
its age?
Oh, hugely. Vehicle condition and age are critical. Newer cars, let's say under 5 years old, or maybe low-mileage ones, much more likely to have a significant diminished value claim.
Because they had more value to lose.
Exactly. An older car, lots of miles, the DV might be minimal or maybe even zero. And remember, the absolute key, DV is only for repaired vehicles. If your car is declared a total loss, you can't claim DV.
That's super specific. Good to know. Okay, let's flip to the other side then. What about when the car is written off? What are the conditions for getting that total loss settlement?
Right. For total loss, the number one condition is, unsurprisingly, the extent of the damage.
How bad does it have to be?
Generally, the repair cost estimate needs to hit a certain threshold compared to the car's actual cash value. Often it's around, say, 70 or 80%, but that percentage, it can vary. Insurers have their standards, states have regulations, some even have a specific total loss formula.
A formula, interesting. What else besides damage cost?
You need the right insurance coverage, of course. If you're claiming on your own policy, a first-party claim, you need collision or comprehensive coverage active at the time.
And if it's the other driver's fault?
Then it's a third-party claim, and you need their liability coverage to be enough to cover your car's value.
Makes sense.
And like with DV, you need proof of your vehicle's value before the crash. Maintenance records help. Market data reports like Kelley Blue Book and ADA guides, those are standard.
So you can argue the ACV accurately.
Precisely. And one last thing. Seems obvious, but it's crucial. You must be the legal owner with a clean title when the accident happened to get the full compensation. Title issues can complicate things.
Okay, wow. That's a lot to keep track of, especially when you're already dealing with the stress of an accident. If you have to boil it down, what's the main takeaway for someone facing this?
I think the biggest thing is both claim types need you to be proactive. You need to understand these conditions before you need them, if possible. Gather strong evidence. Don't just accept the first number they throw at you.
especially for diminished value, I imagine.
Absolutely. Insurers often start with a low offer, kind of expecting you won't push back. So act fast, consider hiring professionals. Licensed appraisers are key for DV, and keep every single piece of paper. Meticulous records, that preparation, it really does make all the difference.
That's incredibly helpful. Thanks for breaking down these, honestly, quite complex and stressful topics for us today.
Yeah.
Getting this clarity beforehand is so valuable.
It really is, and maybe this raises a final thought for you to consider. How might knowing these eligibility rules, these potential pitfalls, these strategies in advance, how might that truly empower you? How could it help you protect your finances and turn a really daunting situation into one where you actually feel prepared, maybe even a bit more in control, just by being informed?